This is Nate Williams for SecondsOut. I'm here with Jack Catterall in Jamie Moore's gym, VIP Promotions. How are you doing today, Jack?
Yeah, very good, thank you. It's Chantal Cameron's media day. She's fighting to defend the world title in Unify next weekend, so I'm excited for Chantal, and also I'm in camp ready for Josh Taylor.
How excited are you? Because it's an undisputed world title fight and something that every boxer dreams of, unifying all the belts. What does that mean to you?
Oh, it's massive. I don't think it will settle in until after the fight. I mean, in the four belt era, I believe this is the first fight over in Britain for all four belts, England and Scotland. The fight's massive, but ultimately I've got a job to do, so I'm in the gym with Jamie, Nigel, and staying switched on and training, preparing correctly to go up to Scotland and take all them belts.
How did you manage to come through the pandemic? Because it was a year out of the ring while the pandemic was on, and then you got back in. Like, how was that experience for you?
Yeah, it's, I guess I'm the same as everyone else. I've just got to stay with it. Surrounding myself with good people, got a good family, a good support network. I've been training through the pandemic when we kind of believed the gym was closed for a little bit. Just staying fit, doing the runs, and I think we're on the back end of it now. So in the gym every day, and just really excited now. It's been, like I said, it's been a long time coming. I've been mandatory for quite a while now, so really getting my teeth into it now and training hard.
Speaking of being mandatory for quite a while, like, how frustrating that is for a fighter, because talk about the frustrations of being a mandatory but having to wait for that chance.
Yeah, it's difficult. I mean, people talk about Dillian Whyte, and I understand his frustrations more than anybody, but being a big name heavyweight, he still had big meaningful fights in between. On the flip side, it's been a difficult one for me. I've been chasing the WBO title, but it's always been catch-22 for me, between a rock and a hard place. It's what fights do you take? It's always risk and reward, but I think I can put all that behind me now. The fight's finally here. Josh has agreed to fight us. He's kept his word, so and I've been patient, waiting for my opportunity.
Talk about Josh Taylor for a minute. Like, a very technically skilled boxer, as I've seen from on his time on the GB squad. What does it take to beat a man like Josh Taylor?
I have to turn up the best version of Jack Catterall, and I truly believe that when I do that December the 18th, I've got all the tools in the bag to go out there and beat him.
Do you think this fight will go the distance, or do you have the ability to close it within 12 rounds?
I think I've definitely got the power to hurt Josh. I'll prepare for the 12 rounds. He's shown us time again he's a solid fighter. We've seen chinks, we've seen he can be hurt. I'm not going to go out there and try and blow him away, but definitely got the power to hurt him. Definitely go the distance and beat him on points.
What has been the advice from Jamie, like, in terms of how you approach this fight?
We've been watching Josh now for well over a year, and all the top boys in the division, so we've got a game plan, A, B and C. Ultimately, we're working on things every day, getting the correct sparring partners, doing the correct stuff in the gym. Advice has been good. Jamie's obviously a master at what he does, been in the game a long time, and make no mistake, we're going in there with fully prepared to beat him.
And going to Glasgow, obviously the crowd are going to be for Josh. Like, how do you sort of like block that out and focus on what's going on in the ring?
Yeah, I'm excited. Don't be mistaken, there'll be a lot of fans from England making the journey up to Scotland, and it's nowhere where I've not been before. I know they talk about it being Josh's his cauldron, and all the Scots will be going mad for him, which is only right, but I've been put in that position 4 or 5 times throughout my career, maybe not on this level, but I've always felt like the away fighter, travel up and down the country to people's backyards. So this will be no different for me, and I'm excited because the pressure's on Josh. He's got to go out there and perform in front of his own home crowd. For me, I've got to go up there and do a robbery and come back with all the belts.
Has there been much talk between you on Josh and social media? Has there been any goading, or has it been quite respectful?
Yeah, listen, it's been respectful. Josh is a great fighter, we make no mistake about that. I think the respect's mutual. End of the day, we've got a job to do. I agreed to step aside so the fight could go ahead with Ramirez. He fulfilled one of his dreams of becoming undisputed. It's payback. It's my turn to get in there and take all them belts.
And what would you do if you were to take them belts? Like, who would be on your wish list to fight next in the division?
Wish list. We go up there and produce the goods, and then once I've got them belts, between MTK, Jamie, and we can go from there then and see what's next.
And just going on to what happened last week, there's been a lot of talk on social media about Mike Garcia, obviously a 4-weight world champion. Didn't look very good against Sandor Martin. Some people think he should go back down to 140, but he's saying no, I want to be 147. What do you think you should do from a fan's perspective?
Yeah, I think Mikey knows best, but he's performed better at 140. End of the day, it's Mikey's decision. I didn't think he looked great the weekend. Thought that should have been a pretty handy fight for Mikey to win, but end of the day, it's his decision, so I guess he knows what's best.
And just a word on Chantel, like she's a world champion now. You've been training alongside her. What chances do you think she can do against Mary McGee defending her title?
I think Chantel can go all the way. I've been fortunate enough to spend time with Chantel. We've done plenty of rounds of sparring over the last couple of months. She's real dangerous. Not sparred many female boxers. Getting in the ring, you wouldn't think so. She's really going through the levels and showing the levels and setting the pace. She can attack, she can defend, but she does everything really well. So I think I'm just excited to see how far Chantel can go.
That's interesting though, like sparring at the weight you are, like both like welter, but because usually when women spar men, it's usually down the lighter weight. So what's it like sparring Chantel, being in the ring with her?
It's good, yeah. We both fight the same weight. I think this time next year she'll have all the belts and I'll have all the belts. It'll be 2 undisputed at the same weight, but it's good. It's good to share the rounds. I think Chantel gets a lot out of sparring. Likewise, so do I. Help each other and keep pushing each other.
Finally, what would you like to say to the fans that would be supporting you for your fight against Josh Taylor?
It's been a long time coming, and I've certainly been patient, and the fans have. Getting messages every day for tickets and information on the fight. It's coming. Stick with it, and I'm training hard every day, dedicating myself to the sport, ready to go up there and do the job.
How many coaches are you sending to Scotland?
I don't think I've been putting a coach on, but I think there'll be a few thousand coming up there.
Well, we look forward to it, Jack. All the best for training today, and thanks for speaking to Seconds Out.
Thank you very much.